shown on the day.
Kedves érdeklődők, kedves leendő hallgatóink, sok szeretettel köszöntök mindenkit az ELTE Bölcsészettudományi Karának nyílt napján. Már 2 éve csak a digitális térben tudjuk fogadni az érdeklődőket, amit nagyon sajnálok, mert így nem tudják megtapasztalni azt a hangulatot, amit ez a gyönyörű kampusz áraszt magából. A Transport Magyarország egyik legrégibb és leggyönyörűbb egyetemi kampusza, közel 150 éve folyik itt az egyetemi oktatás. Ezek a falak átélték hazánk zűrzavaros évtizedeit, közben mégis egy kis szigetként működve segítették a legtehetségesebb hallgatóink kibontakozását. Itt született meg a világhírű Eötvös Inga, és itt tanult a hazai értelmiség legjava Kosztolányi Dezsőtől Kodály Zoltánig. A hagyományok megőrzésén túl nagy hangsúlyt fektetünk a folyamatos megújulásra és innovációra is. Közösségi terekkel, hatalmas könyvtári hálózattal, folyamatosan megújuló képzésekkel és hallgatókat támogató szolgáltatásokkal teremtünk egy olyan légkört, ahol mindenki otthon érezheti magát. Önök is meg fogják tapasztalni, hogy eltésnek lenni sokkal többet jelent, mint Magyarország vezető egyetemén tanulni. A színvonalas oktatáson és tudományos kiválóságon túl olyan közösségépítő erővel rendelkezünk, ami egész életre szóló kapcsolatrendszerek és barátságok kibontakozását teszik lehetővé. Ez a nyílt nap most a digitális térben zajlik, de bízom benne, hogy szeptembertől már itt ezen a kampuszon fogják tölteni a napjaikat, akár az órák között padokon, babzsákfoteleken beszélgetve, tanulmányokat végezve, és bízom benne, hogy tartalmas éveket fognak eltölteni itt a kampuszon közösségünk részeként.
Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the Faculty of Humanities at Eötvös University. This is our online welcome and introduction days. We are really sorry that we had to put our event online again. Actually, we prepared a present event for you, but due to the pandemic situation, the leadership of the university and the leadership of the faculty decided to start the spring semester of the academic year online. So this is why we also had to put our welcome week online for you. Never mind, we got used to it during the last 2 years, and we really try to share as many information as possible with you about our faculty, about your study programs, and about the administrative issues you have to make to start your studies at our faculty. Now, first of all, I will introduce our faculty in a few words. Eötvös University Faculty of Humanities, ELTE BTK is the abbreviation. I will use this abbreviation really often. Is the oldest and biggest faculty in Hungary, and this is the most significant intellectual, public and scientific institution since 1635. We just collected a few important dates of the history of our faculty. 1635, this is the year when Péter Pázmány founded our faculty. 1860 is the year when the Hungarian language is permitted as the language of instruction. 1911 is the year when the faculty moved to the Trafford Garden campus, which is now our home again, and 1950 is the year when the university started using the name of the famous scientist Loránd Eötvös. Some numbers and figures about our faculty: we have 48 BA programs, 30 BA specializations, 69 minors, 64 MA programs, 25 teacher training programs, 70 language and culture programs, and 75 PhD programs. So you can see that this is really the biggest portfolio in Hungary about humanities. Now, we have high qualified, professionally recognized teachers. More than 90% of our teachers owns an academic qualification, which is 20% higher than the national average. If we speak about Faculty of Humanities at Budapest University, we speak about tradition and innovation at the same time. We really have the traditional humanity academic programs in the field of humanities, like Hungarian literature and linguistics, or history or foreign language programs. But if you are a student of our faculty, you can also learn about and study about the Eastern or Slavic cultures, or you can take part in the programs like translator, film studies, logic and theory of science, or Arabic studies, and so on and so on. So we have really a wide range of study programs. We are the oldest and biggest faculty in Hungary, as already mentioned, the oldest center of knowledge in Hungary. We have a leading place in the Hungarian rankings for years. We have the highest number of humanity programs, and according to the statistics, the most talented students study at ELTE BTK and also the ELTE Faculty of Humanities. And our university has the most excellent teacher staff in the country. If you are one of our students, you achieve not only an up-to-date knowledge, but also a secure future. You become a part of our international community. We have to know that a lot of international students study at the Faculty of Humanities from more than 50 countries. We have one of the most beautiful campus of the country in the center of Budapest, and this is a historical green campus in one of the most beautiful capital of Europe. And you can study at any points of the world with our mobility scholarship programs. So these are the most important highlights of our faculty. We have several programs, B and MA programs at our faculty, which are only available at our university, at our faculty. For example, the Scandinavian studies, or Indology, or Islamic studies. And one more important point, we have 13 institutional libraries and 15 departmental libraries. So there are really a lot of possibilities to visit libraries for your studies. Our faculty puts great emphasis on university experience, so not only on the academic programs. Beside our study programs, there are a lot of student conferences, scientific student associations, departmental events of every art, university parties and festivals. For example, in September, at the beginning of September last year, we organized a big faculty campus reopening party after the pandemic period. And this meant that I think during 3 days we organized more than 100 cultural and social programs for our students, academic teachers and colleagues. So there are a lot of possibilities at our faculty to enjoy the university life. Faculty of Humanities is an international faculty, as already mentioned, not only because we have a lot of international students coming to study at our faculty, but also because There are plenty of possibilities to study abroad from our students with the help of a lot of mobility program packages, so to say. So these are a few of them. It means that actually the student and the teacher mobility is really very high. Faculty of Humanities, the biggest faculty, as already mentioned several times. We have 18 institutes and 75 departments. I won't read all the names of all of our institutes, but you can see that actually we cover the whole field of humanities if you have a look at our institutes. Let's speak and say a few words about our campus. This is the Trafford Garden, so to say, and it's in the center of the city. The surroundings of the faculty is really excellent, excellent value, and you can live here for reasonable cost of living. It is really easy to get into the campus. It is situated in the center of the city. There are a lot of cultural wealth around us, so if you just have a little walk, you can find a lot of very interesting places. There are endless educational possibilities. So in our campus, there are a lot of other universities also in Budapest. So there are a lot of students in this area. This is a so-called university area as well. Thermal waters, we know that Budapest has a lot of possibilities and a lot of thermal baths. Stunning architectural styles are all around us, and of course a super gastronomy and fine wines if you go out with your friends, and hopefully you will meet friendly and open-minded people around our campus, a lot of students and younger people. ELTE BTK is an international faculty. We have a big international community. We meet and welcome every year more than 500, 600 international students from all over the world, from about 35 different countries and different continents. So these are actually the numbers of our present semester. We have more than 600 international students at our faculty. They are studying in our full-time programs, BA, MA, preparatory programs and doctoral programs, or they are coming to our faculty as part-time or guest students. Budapest University and also Faculty of Humanities is a member of the Steppendium Hungaricum scholarship program. This is a scholarship program for foreign students. It's founded by the Hungarian government in 2013. And actually the aim of this scholarship program is to promote cultural understanding, economic and cultural relations between Hungary and other countries. The program is based on bilateral education agreements between Hungary and the partner parties, and this program is already available on 5 continents in almost 80 countries. This means that more than 600 full degree programs are part of this scholarship program. Of course, these 600 programs are not all from Faculty of Humanities, but whole Hungary. And there are a lot of students coming also to ELTE University and Faculty of Humanities with this scholarship program. Our faculty has a really big academic portfolio in undergraduate programs. These are our BA programs for international students in foreign languages. And we have more MA programs, graduate programs for international students in foreign languages. I won't read all the programs, but if you are interested, you can have a look at them. These are actually all of our MA programs which we offer for international students either in English or in other languages. Okay, after the MA programs, our students and also our international students have the possibility to go on with their studies and be part one of our PhD programs. Our faculty has 4 doctoral schools: Doctoral School of Literary Studies, Linguistics, History and Philosophy, and more than 70 doctoral programs. So if you are one of our BA or MA students and you think that you want to make a PhD program at our faculty, you have also a lot of possibilities to do so. We have also the so to say co-tutel program possibility. This means that it is actually a double degree cooperation. It means that if you are one of our PhD students, you can be part of another international partner university PhD program as well, and you can make your doctoral studies actually parallel into universities. ELTE University and also Faculty of Humanities is a member of a lot of university networks. One of them is actually at the moment the most important association and cooperation, and this is the CHAM EU program. There are a lot of universities, University of Barcelona, Trinity College, Utrecht University, and University of Montpellier and ELTE. So these are the members of this association, of this cooperation, the so-called University Association. So these were the most important facts and figures about our faculty. Thank you for your attention, and please visit our homepage, our Facebook page and our Instagram page if you are interested and you would like to get more information about our faculty. Have a nice time.
Welcome everybody to an adventure. Studying abroad is an adventure in transitioning. My name is Uwe Pohl and I'm currently the Help Commissioner for International Students. I would like to talk to you a little bit more in detail about what this kind of adventure is about. Unfortunately, at least for the time being, it seems like we will have to expect that most of that adventure is done online, but we don't know, and we hope that this situation might change and there's a chance for you to meet each other and to meet my colleagues here at ELTE BTK face-to-face as well. We are actually in the middle of a transition experience of a special kind. It's got nothing to do with the sort of cultural background that interests me professionally and personally, but more to do with the pandemic that we've all been living with now for the best of 2 years. So in some sense, I would say you're almost well prepared for transitioning in a cultural sense. Now we know a few things about the kind of adjustment that people need to make when they have to transition, not just culturally, but socially. I'm sure some of you had to move house, maybe move to a new place, maybe find a new and get used to a new family. And this kind of adjustment is sometimes seen as a kind of curve, a U-curve, as it were, that starts with a sort of a little bit of excitement and the fact that there is a novelty factor involved in any new experience that we encounter. But more often than not, the fact that we have to deal with very different ways of being, and when you move into a new country, for example, that might relate to the language that you don't speak, the kind of images that bombard you, the kind of food that you're likely to have to cope with, the fact that you have to make new friends and meet people who you don't know. That very often leads to a sort of dip in the curve, and the fact that some of you might find almost a little bit of a survival mode or a culture shock experience. And I'll come back to that in a minute. But the good news is in all of this that you're likely to come out of that stage. And I will later talk a little bit about the sorts of things that we know have helped people do just that. to actually adjust perfectly well over time. Now, let me become rather practical. Maybe some of you, despite the fact that we have to start online, will come to Budapest, or at some point you will be able to actually be here in this beautiful city. And one of the key things that is actually very good about the city, but also is a bit of a challenge, is Budapest Transport. As you can see in the image, at the moment, like in most places in the world now, everybody's wearing masks, and it's very important that you actually also do. It's mandatory to do so on any form of transport. But there are different challenges, mask or no mask. One of them is that you need a ticket, and there are actually a number of very different ways in which you have to validate your ticket on the various forms of Budapest Transport. And though that might sort of not seem much of a challenge, it can be, because the way the validators look and where you find them might lead to the fact that you stop the emergency signal, for example, rather than the proper button for it, which might cause quite a bit of a problem, as you can imagine. So the things that perhaps you've brought with you, you don't expect here, and Budapest Transport is one domain where perhaps you have to adjust right away. Now, in the past, students like yourselves have made that journey and have made it beautifully. And it's interesting, though, when we compare some of their early perceptions of the city. So here's one example, Gülden, I think, who was from Turkey. And when she came to the city, she was very excited, as I said. It's very typical of the early stage. She loved the place. She thought everything was fine. But then when she started looking around for places to shop, she felt that this was very different from what she knew in Turkey. And although there are a couple of places in Budapest, you need to know where they are, that are open 24/7, it is certainly true that not all of the shops are. And so you might need to rethink some of your habits that you've brought with you from Spain, if shopping is important to you, and to find out where they are, so you don't get frustrated when you really don't need to. Xiao from China, on the other hand, had a very different issue to grapple with for a while, because as she wrote, it was the first time when she was away from home, she was really keen to make friends, which is great. And she sort of brought with her the expectation that once you've met some people, it's kind of easy to meet them again, and you don't have to really plan for a meeting. Now, in China, perhaps, although there's quite a bit of regional variation in China too, perhaps that's possible or even acceptable. I'm not sure that's true for Hungary. I think if you make friends, or if you're about to make friends and you met a couple of people, I think it's a good idea to check with them when you would want to meet them, whether you can stay for lunch or dinner, and so on. So these are all examples of the kind of experience that might be a bit of a challenge to begin with. Now, for some people, that might even take the form of a bit of a shock. It's a strong word, but I'll tell you in a minute what I mean by that. So transition shock is very much actually not so much about being shocked, but being highly activated. So your brain, as it tries to make sense of all the things around you, the sounds, the smells, the different images, the different ways in people do their daily things, your brain is on high activation. And that has sort of a very, very sort of powerful effect on most people. First of all, this is the first time you're away from home, some very quickly feel sort of a profound sense of loneliness. As I said, you need to make friends. Just being with some people in a room, or particularly online, might make you feel really lonely very quickly. And of course, perhaps it gets so bad that you feel like you really want to go home after a few weeks or so. There is also in some people just a slight sense of irritability that you can't quite fathom. So you just feel that you are not your usual positive self, you're easily upset, when people ask you, you become a bit of a moaner. Some people, as a result of this strange adaptation experience, may in fact withdraw instead of reaching out. In other words, they, beyond what they do in class, they're not reaching out to try and find new people. Maybe they spend quite a lot of time online, talking to family and friends. One of the things that I remember very well, I'm German, and it took me quite a long time to get used to living in Hungary. And in the first few weeks, if not longer, I had a sort of strange sense of being tired beyond the kind of work that I had to do. And very often, again, that has to do with the fact that the brain has to process so much. You have to make an extra effort, unbeknownst to you. So this is quite unconscious in terms of getting through a day, a normal working day. And finally, for some of us, there might be some sort of, I think what's sometimes called displacement activities. So instead of tackling an assignment, you start cleaning up for the third time. So you kind of do things that you know you can do habitually well, and they're sort of trying to, for you to avoid the situation and to actually cope with this kind of adjustment. So now that I've outlined a number of possible reactions, and this is really a continuum, so for some people this might be just a very mild form of transition shock, and for others it might be stronger, but there are things that you can do that will help you adjust. It may make sense to do a little bit of reading. I mean, the net is a wonderful resource. There are a couple of books here as well, very often written in a humorous way, which is great. So you get a little bit of background information about what to expect, particularly in a place like Budapest, not just Hungary. One way in which you also need to find your way around the electronic systems of ELTE BTK is, of course, there is the user guides in English to help you with Neptune, the big information system that you all need in order to register for courses, to sign up for courses and exams, and you will not be left alone in trying to navigate. In any case, Neptune is in English and German and Hungarian, so you can actually choose a language that you feel more comfortable with. On campus, the campus is not very big, but you might, when it comes to actually having maybe face-to-face teaching again, you might get a little lost. We have a sign here which is more symbolic in some sense to stand for the fact that people will help you if you are lost, if you need to get to a classroom, if you need to find a particular office. But we actually have a buddy stop physically outside this building, and if you stand there for a while, we're hoping somebody will actually walk up to you and be your buddy and helping you in orienting yourself here. ELTE has a fabulous social, cultural life, and of course in face-to-face times even more so. So we're a bit sad that we have to start out without some of these events, some of which actually were part of the orientation program for you. But we do have them sort of on the back burner, and with a bit of luck we might be able to organize something like the International Spring Festival that we had for many years, for you to meet people, to enjoy yourselves, to relax a little bit. Now, one thing you can actually do, even now, in the COVID time and online situation, there will be programs offered to you online. For example, if you stay for longer or you would like to learn a bit of Hungarian, you can. In fact, when it comes to helping, there is now a whole network that is called HELP, and I said at the beginning, I'm part of that network, and I'm very happy to be part of that network. And that HELP network works very closely with the Department of International Affairs, who in their own right are extremely helpful, trying to be your first address when you have a problem, an issue to solve, a question. But beyond that, there will be in all of the institutes what is called local student mentors for you. These are English-speaking students just like you, who you can contact, and they might help you with some of the academic, administrative or social issues you might be facing. We're also extremely happy to have our own coaching service. I think you will hear about that a little bit later. We have a coach, a professional who can do coaching in English, and basically coaching is meant to help you achieve your aims. So it's a very much if you want, a student-centered way of helping you think about how you might improve your working techniques, what it is that's missing from your routines as a student, and I'm sure you will find this help really valuable. The last thing I would mention is also I am involved in running a number of workshops that are focused now on two things. As you can see, they are about being an international student who transitions, but also it's about helping you to lead a life that enables you to do all the things you want to do. In other words, we are interested in your well-being, and these workshops, there will be probably 4 of them, are meant to help you do that. Unfortunately, I think we might have to do them online, or at least the first 2 online, but we've had a very good response in the past, and I very much look forward to seeing you there together with my who is the coach professional or coaching professional I mentioned just now. So let me finally wrap up with a sort of a positive message, I hope. Transitioning, as I said, is a process of adjustment, but if you get it right, and if you make use of all the resources and forms of help that ELTE offers, it will be a process of learning and, in fact, growth, personal growth. So this is the image that you're seeing is actually, it's an alternative model of adjustment, one that I actually prefer, because it basically just differentiates between cycles of adaptation and stress, and I think that makes intuitive sense. You know, you might go through the early phase of being stressed about how to shop, where to find the ingredients you want to buy, but you get used to it. So you kind of move from a cycle of stress into a cycle of adaptation. Once you've spent enough time here, you've maybe consulted people who know, you will find your way around Neptune and the various seminars and lectures and ways of studying in this university. So that's another cycle completed. As you can see, we're slowly moving into a growth zone, because each time you will feel good about the fact that you can now handle these aspects of life in Budapest in Hungary. And you might have developed some new habits of making friends, reaching out to people, different habits during the day that help you stay well, stay focused on your studies. And maybe, you know, the last domain, for some of you who only spend some time here, and certainly for some who stay longer, you might come to grips with Hungarian, which is a bit of a life project, actually. But you can develop a working knowledge of the language, and you might quite enjoy that. So the very last cycle just shows that there are more opportunities for you to deal with initial stress in some domain of life, but then to move into an adaptive mode and to grow as a student and as a person. Let me say goodbye to you at this point. I very much hope to meet some of you online or face-to-face at some point during your stay. Stay well, look after yourselves, stay safe, and goodbye.
Hello everyone, and welcome here at ELTE Faculty of Humanities. My name is Violetta Szabó, and I would like to talk about a little bit more about the Students' Union and what can we do to make your experience here in Hungary easier. How can we help you in any field of the university in adapting to the life here, and basically all your questions. So what are we really? We are an organization to represent the student body, everyone studying here at the university. We try to help you with all your questions related to studies and university life, social, scholarship-wise, and basically everything that you don't understand, and try to be better at. Our main goal is to make your life easier and help you adapt more easily. So I would say that we are a great community, and it is one of our main goals to include you to this community here in the university, but also in Budapest and in Hungary as well. One of our main focuses is to organize parties and help you integrate into the community and the student body. We try to do that even during the pandemic. So either we go online and do it virtually, or I really hope that we can reach to the point that late spring, that we can really meet each other face to face. And the technicalities, what can we help you with? Technical questions about education, so anything like how to set up the Neptune system, how to take up your courses, how to choose your minor, and how to meet your professors or contact them. Scholarships are a big part of the university life too, so but scholarships are available to you since you're international students. It's a little bit different from Hungarian students. And as I mentioned earlier, community and recreation are also a big part of our organization. We organize and promote parties, excursions, social events, so anything like this, basically to help you integrate easier into the life here. As you can see here, we've dealt the virus and the pandemic issues earlier, so I would say that now we're a little bit more better at this, how to do these events and integrating the community online. But I really hope that we can later meet each other face to face. I would say that we are a great community, and I really hope that you find yourselves here, meeting other students and making new friends. And so, where can you reach us? Via email, you can always find me, contact me anytime, and in person. You can see here the map at the Student Union office in Building H, and the office hours are shown here. And I would like to thank you for your attention with this campus cat that you can hopefully meet here. Some cats actually live here on campus. It's just a fun fact I thought may be interesting to include. So I hope that we can meet each other very soon and pet the cats together.
Dear incoming students of the Faculty of Humanities, in the name of ES and ELTE, I would like to welcome you at our faculty, and I would like to introduce you to ES and ELTE. My name is Tamás Mile, I'm the president of ES and ELTE, and this is us. First of all, we are a student organization that represents exchange students, as you, studying at ELTE, offers a mentoring system called Papaya for a smoother experience. We are organizing social events to make your exchange periods more entertaining and fun, to allow you to make friends. And we are basically your first best friend in a foreign country who help you to find your place at ELTE. If you'd like to get to know more about us, you can always visit at our website at www.esnelte.hu, or if you have any question basically regarding anything, you can contact us at info@esnelte.hu or btk@esnelte.hu. We have a beautiful office where you can basically purchase your ESN card, what I will talk about a bit later. Or if you just would like to hang out with ESNers, you can come and visit us at the youth building on the third floor. Here's a map how you can find us. We are a bit hiding, but it's not Hogwarts, so it's easier to find us. We prepared for you a bit of a useful documents. We recommend to buy the monthly Budapest pass for public transportation with student discount. For English speakers, it's easier to go to the central ticket office on Deák Square, or you can purchase your pass in an application called Mobiljegy or Simple Pay to make it easy, as Simple says. Yes, the ESN card, what I already mentioned. This is basically an ESN membership card. It's used all over Europe by the ESN students. We have more than 500 partners, not just in Hungary or not just in Budapest. If you're purchasing your card, you will be able to use your card at your hometown as well, or wherever you visit Europe all over. The most important thing, what the most students use as a discount, is the 10% discount with Ryanair. With the plane ticket and free luggage up to 20 kilograms. And there are 10% off from FlixBus tickets as well. If you're purchasing your cards, we usually do a discount for our events, so consider to buy it as soon as possible. There are several bike, car rental discount at bars, restaurants, etc. You can check at esncard.org as well what offers we provide with this card. And now I would like to talk about a bit our upcoming events on the orientation week. On Wednesday, the 2nd of February, we would like to invite you for a Budapest night tour. It's basically a sightseeing after the dark, so after 5 p.m. It's basically a small tour to give you a taste of what Budapest has to offer. We are starting from the coast of Danube, go to the Parliament in the 5th district. So we will visit the Parliament, the National Bank. We will visit the St. Stephen Cathedral. Basically everything what is important to see because it's beautiful. And that night we will have a karaoke at Club at the Faculty of Humanities at 9 p.m. I hope I will see you there, all of you. The next day, Thursday, we will have a speed dating event. It's basically what it sounds like. You will have the chance to meet all the students from all the faculties who are interested to meet other people. Here's the location and the time. It's fun every semester, so I heartfully recommend that. And on Friday, there will be a scavenger hunt all over the city. You have a list of things you have to gather all around in the downtown area. And on that night, there will be a welcome party at 9 p.m. It's going to be a small gathering. You will have the chance to party as well, but there will be rooms to just sit, talk, enjoy your drink, enjoy the night. For about all of our events, you can gather more information on our website or on our Facebook page, ESN ELTE. You can find us easily because we are the only ESN ELTE on Facebook, and the website is www.esnelte.hu. Regarding any of your questions, you can find us on Facebook, email, Instagram, another email, or if you don't have any other contact, you can also find us in the office, or you can reach out the international office and they will provide you the exact email or web page access to have your email. thank you very much for your attention, and have an amazing and perfect, friendful, and just a regular Erasmus semester. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Bori Nagy and I'm a coach and trainer at the Faculty of Humanities, Eötvös Loránd University. In this short presentation, I would like to show you the opportunity how you can participate in coaching sessions, either individually or in groups. So let's see. So what is coaching for? Coaching is really a good opportunity if you have little problems in life, or you feel stuck, or there are certain things you want to improve, you want to carry on with your steps, with your ideas, with your goals in life, or even if at the university you are stuck with certain things, then you can contact me and we can organize individual sessions for you. So don't hesitate if you are here and you would like to participate in an individual coaching session. Also, you have the opportunity to participate in group sessions. Certainly, we all want satisfied, balanced, and harmonious life, but sometimes we have difficulties. And when you are in a group, these strengths might multiply because you can see others' experiences, you can experience that you are not the only one who are dealing with such problems. So group sessions are really, in one hand, great fun, but also we learn a lot from each other. So I really would like to encourage you to join these groups. Thank you very much for your attention.
Dear students, good morning. Hello again. This is the very last presentation of our Welcome and Information Days morning session. My name is Tekla Gál. I'm head of the Department of International Affairs of our faculty. Now, what have we seen until now? Just a quick overview. After the faculty image film, you enjoyed the short welcome words of the Dean and the faculty introduction. After it, we had a very short intercultural seminar and the welcome words of the Students' Union. After it, a short introduction of the Erasmus Student Network we had, and a very short overview about the faculty's Hab program. And now this is my very last presentation about the Department of International Affairs and some practical information I will share with you now. After my presentation, we will have a quite long break, and please don't forget to come to our 1-hour session in the afternoon. We have prepared 3 separate online meeting information sessions for you via MS Teams. My coordinator colleagues are waiting for you in these 3 separated online groups. One for Erasmus and other guest students, one for self-paying guest students, and one for English Foundation students. So go to the program, find your group, so to say. You can find the link there, and please join these online sessions. My colleagues are going to share really important information about the start of your semester, about your study programs, and so on. So please don't forget to join at 1 o'clock. We have also organized some further programs during the orientation and information days. For those students who are coming to our English and American study programs, we've organized a separate introduction event, online event in the School of English and American Studies. So please join this online meeting. It's going to be on Wednesday. You can find the exact date and the link to the online information meeting in the program. Also, we have organized an introduction to the official electronic study system of ELTE. This is the so-called Neptune system. My colleagues will give you a short introduction about this study program, and you can also have some practical training workshop after it, and of course you can ask questions. It is important because, as you know, all courses you can register for all courses through this Neptune system, so it's very important for you to have this introduction about the online system. There are going to be also some Central Ötvös University Orientation Week programs you can join. Also, you can find the links there. For example, the Vice Sector for International Affairs are going to have some greeting words, introduction about the university, some information about Hungary, Budapest, and so on. So please join our homepage. You can find the full program of the Welcome and Information Days there. We've also organized, or better to say, with the help and in cooperation with the Students' Union, we've also organized an on-campus program for you, for those who are already in Budapest. And although our orientation and information days are online, the representatives of the Students' Union organized an on-campus campus tour for you Wednesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The meeting point is in front of Building A. And finally, here you can find the on-campus present programs of the Erasmus Student Network, Budapest Sightseeing, Speed Dating, Scavenger Hunt, and so on. So if you are here in Budapest, we really recommend you to participate in these programs. These are good possibilities to get to know each other. And once again, full program can be found at our homepage. Welcome to our new students. Okay, now some administrative issues for you, which you shouldn't forget. If you are already in Budapest, or as soon as you arrive in Budapest, please come into the university, come into the faculty, come to the Department of International Affairs and register at your coordinator. If you are an Erasmus student or a self-paying guest student or an English Foundation student, please come in person and register at your coordinator. Here you can see the office hours, so you can come anytime in these office hours, or you can also book an appointment through our online system, which is the Kronos system. You can find here the link. So it's very important that as first, please come and register at the Department of International Affairs. Now, some information about the education and teaching arrangements at Eötvös University. You might already read and heard that unfortunately the university starts the spring semester online due to the pandemic situation in Hungary. Nevertheless, the university will overview the situation after 3 weeks, so it's about by the end of February. And if the pandemic situation, so to say, allows it, then the whole university will turn to switch to on-campus education. Of course, we are going to inform you about the change, about this switch. There is going to be 1 week to get prepared for on-campus education. We know that it might be a little bit short for you. For this, the leadership of the faculty will ask all institutes, all departments, all professors to try to be as flexible as possible with those students who are going to arrive later if they are not here in Budapest at that time. Please note that the buildings of the faculty are open, libraries, cafeteria, and of course our offices. So we are operating in on-campus mode. Please also note that at the moment all public places in Hungary are open. It is of course a fact which I can promise at this moment. We don't know if they will be still open, but we hope that all public places will be open in Hungary. Dormitories operate in their regular form. It's also important for you. And of course, it's not a new point, however, we have to repeat it, that if you come to the university during the online education, or if you come to the university after we've switched to on-campus education, you have to wear a mask that covers your nose and mouth in communal places. One more important fact we should here mention, that after the education will turn into on-campus education, the lack of vaccination protection alone will not make you, for you possible to have distance education. And once again, I want to draw your attention to the fact that if you are not vaccinated and you would like to have a vaccination, you can do it in Hungary, or you can have also your booster vaccination in Hungary. If you have questions, please contact your coordinator at the Department of International Affairs. Immunity is only valid after 3 vaccinations. This is one of the changes in restrictions from the 15th of February. And the quarantine time is going to be reduced to 7 days from 10 days. And with a negative PCR test, it can be reduced within 5 days. So these are going to be the new restrictions from the 15th of February. Okay, now, where to get the updated information if this is one of your questions. Of course, always the very first and very updated source for you is the official faculty homepage in English. You can find the link here. And we've also prepared an extra page for our new students, and this is the Welcome to Our New Student page at the faculty homepage. What can you find here? Which updated information can you find here? First of all, information regarding restrictions, border crossing, vaccination, immunity certificate, and quarantine. So if you go to this page, you can find this information. Then we've also collected some very useful information for you to read. Academic calendar, practical matters about dormitories, visa, insurance procedures, and so on. All information about the counseling services of the university. And then you can find here the Faculty Humanities information booklet. We've also prepared for you an online campus tour. This is the so-called virtual open day. You can find there the very big and very detailed information ELTE booklet at this homepage, and the central ELTE Orientation Week programs, the link to these online programs. We've prepared a Neptune guide for you, and you can find here also the new English-speaking Neptune tutorial film for you, which were made extra for our international students, and some information about the ELTE Disability Center. What can you find at this homepage more? Of course, the contact to the Department of International Affairs, to my colleague, to your international coordinators. You can find also a separated summary about the student mentor system of our faculty. If you need a mentor, if you don't have a mentor at the moment and you think that you would like to have a mentor, just go to this page and you can find the information about our mentor system, how to get a mentor, and of course all important information about the COVID situation and COVID details at the Faculty of Humanities. If you couldn't notice everything and you couldn't remember everything, then never mind. We are going to upload all presentations from the morning session and also all presentations from the afternoon session and the Neptune workshop, and we are going to upload it to this homepage. Okay, now these are actually the dates, information about the Department of International Affairs, our address, telephone number, and email addresses you can find here, and our office hours. Of course, the Department of International Affairs is always open, and we are always open for you. However, I kindly ask you to respect our office hours. My colleagues are happy to meet you during the office hours, but after and before the office hours they have to fulfill other duties and they have to work. So please try to respect the office hours, and you please book an appointment through our online appointment booking system. Now, just a very quick repetition, however you might know my colleagues, Mr. Sándor Balaci and Ms. Isabella Deák. They are our mobility coordinators. If you are an Erasmus student, an Erasmus incoming student, then please contact Ms. Isabella Deák. She is your coordinator. And if you are a mobility student but not an Erasmus student and another guest student, then Mr. Sándor Balaci is your coordinator. Ms. Katalin Szabó is the coordinator of our self-paying guest students, so please contact her. And if you are an English Foundation student, then you will find Dr. Attila Starcevic and Ms. Dóra Szabó, and they will help you in any cases. Okay, now we have just collected some services of our office. These are actually the issues. You can come up to us, and actually we try to help you in every of these cases. Now, here I also collected the academic calendars for you. We have an extra academic calendar for our English Foundation students, so please have a look at it. The most important information is that the first day of the tuition is the 7th February, and here you can also see the dates of the spring holiday, the final exam, the last day of tuition, and public holidays. So if please don't miss these important dates. And this is the official academic calendar of Budapest University for BME, Erasmus and guest students. The end of the registration week is the 6th of February, and here again the tuition will start at the 7th February, and also you can find here the dates of the holidays, the Pázmány Day exam period, and the last day of the exam period. Okay, now finally I would like to give you some really quick and short information about our services. Budapest University offers Hungarian language and cultural courses for our international students. So if you are interested and you think that you would like to learn a little bit Hungarian, which of course we recommend you, then you can register for Hungarian language courses, all levels, from complete beginner to proficiency levels to C2. And our teachers are really the best teachers, the best professionals in the country, ELTE graduates of the Department of Hungarian as a foreign language. So if you would like to have some Hungarian courses, just go to our homepage, go to this homepage, get all information and register for the courses. An important service of ours is our Hab Support Program. We've already informed you about this program with all details. Just a quick repetition, the program is aimed at promoting student effectiveness, and we provide you learning support, individual counseling and coaching. So if you think that you need help, go to the homepage and get any of this support, or contact your coordinator and we will help you to find the best support for you. Budapest University, in cooperation with the Pázmány Péter Catholic University, also offers pastoral services for international students in English language if you are interested. So if you think that you want to take part in these programs, you can get all information at the homepage or contact the colleagues at the Pázmány Péter University. So these are the pastoral services. At Faculty of Humanities, we have a faculty disability coordinator. If you need support in this question, in this case, please contact our faculty disability coordinator or get all information at the relevant homepage. And now, finally, just repeat next steps for you. So, first of all, please don't forget to take part in the online synchron meeting and information sessions at 1 o'clock. After the presentation of my coordinator colleagues, you can have the possibility to ask questions. Then, please don't forget to register. Come to the Department of International Affairs and make your registration on campus. After the enrollment for foundation students have to take an enrollment test. Please don't forget to participate in the Neptune training for Erasmus and guest students. Then don't forget your course registration, so register for your courses. And finally, at least don't forget to visit your classes, which are going to be online during the first 3 weeks at least in February, and we will see if we can turn to on-campus education from the beginning of March, which we hope really. I wish you a nice semester at Faculty of Humanities, ELTE University. Thank you for your attention, and if you have questions, visit our homepage or our Facebook or Instagram pages. Thank you for your attention.